McDonald.
Chicken McNugget.
Buy 1, 2, forget 4 free. Listen.
All Sin and I's humor is just quoting Family Guy to one another. Endo and I's humor is Game Grumps and JonTron references. That's all it is. To the point where Sin and I got each other just dying on a Sports Gamer broadcast on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was not nice.
No.
Oh boy, what happened?
No.
I think I missed it.
Yeah, but the spirit of the podcast is never too far. And speaking of which, welcome everybody to a reserved edition of the Tougies Take podcast on a Friday, because we recorded on a Tuesday and we wouldn't have had much to talk about on Thursday, but we got a decent amount to get into today. Before we do so, as always, Sin, I have to ask, how are you?
Not too bad. Not as sad as I thought I'd be today, given the result of last night.
we play in an Isha League, and we fell in 7 games in the conference semifinal. There will be no championship appearance for us this year. One of our teammates, bless him, went full Steve Bernier and took a 5-minute major in Game 6, and that was the death knell, unfortunately. But these things happen. We move on. We march. Endo Mills, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Currently finishing up that lovely Bruins video. I think Tougie and I put about like 20 gigabytes worth of videos ready to go, like in the video itself. Yeah. And then I'm like, this is definitely going to get copyright claimed. All right, I'm going to replace everything with a bunch of stills and make it like kind of like a PowerPoint kind of presentation. And yeah, it's been pretty decent. And honestly, I can't wait for this to finish up. So it's going to be really fun for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah. I'm intrigued at how much video footage you could have gotten away with, though. But YouTube is so spotty with that.
They're so strict. Anytime you use NHL footage, like, it just gets hit. Like that video I posted the other day with Joe Thornton punching Mrazek in the face. Like, that was 100% claimed. Anytime I've used, like, little bits of any type of NHL video, like when John Scott All-Star thing, I just used tiny, like, slow-mo clips of, like, it, and it still got, like, copyright claimed.
Yeah, we've gone away with it before. Yeah.
They're getting better too at claiming a lot of, like, oh, we flipped the video, and they still have their ways now. It's just just gotta. It'd be nice in a sense if you could license certain things. I mean, especially for certain YouTube channels that do highlight packs and stuff like that, which is essentially promoting your game. Like, do a revenue split. Let someone license this stuff, because it. Okay, so we weren't going to talk about this today. At least I don't think. Actually, no, we were. I made notes of it for the Edmonton run. Fucking Snoop Dogg, of all people, calls out, who, by the way, might be a minority owner of the Ottawa Senators, apparently. He is involved in one of the bidding groups.
I hope
so Ryan Reynolds has competition. But he was literally quoted, and this had like 19,000 upvotes on Our Hockey. Like, the only thing more popular than this on Our Hockey this week was the Bruins losing. And this was posted like yesterday, but literally saying, quote, the NHL doesn't know how to market. Like McDavid, he's the #1 hockey player in the world. Why doesn't he have commercials everywhere? The NHL, like, let these people like Jens on YouTube who do these incredible highlight packs and stuff like that, let properly market your shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know the MLB was super strict on copyright stuff entirely, and only until recently they kind of like were really, really lax with it. Like, the NBA allows people to just make whatever the fuck they want with the videos that are out there on YouTube, from what I've seen, because there are people who legitimately have like super monetized videos, and they're just posting NBA stuff, highlights, clips, talking about it, kind of thing, and people made like careers off of it. Where it's NHL, it's you have to flip through like 20 different things. You got to like put a picture in picture, excuse me, hiccups, and put something in the background so that we can kind of get through it and work around it. I remember when we uploaded our Nagano series, the Nagano video, it took like 8 workarounds for things to get working, and that's because of the IOC and some NHL footage. It was weird.
Yeah, I think all Chris Smooth's channel is now is just NBA highlights for the most part.
A lot of it is,
and hey, why not? But I am glad you are both doing well. Before we get to our viewer questions segment, as we always kick off the show with, we of course have to mention that this podcast is brought to you by our lovely friends at manscaped.com, who want to remind you you can go to their site and use the code Tougie, that's Tougie, for 20% off your first order and free shipping. Manscaped, the pinnacle, the peak, the best you can get in the world of men's grooming. Head to toe, they got you covered. And again, guys, it's May already. It is May. It's almost time. It's almost time. Hit the beach.
It's almost my birthday.
Be looking your best.
Yeah.
It's the way to do it.
Fouling away from May.
Oh, God. I was recently reminded. Now, I watched this documentary earlier this year. Netflix had the special out about Woodstock 99. And they talked a lot about Korn's set just being like the tipping point of people going fucking insane. So it was like 2 weeks ago I watched bits of that concert again because the full thing is up on YouTube. Jonathan Davis is one of the weirdest fucking people to have ever been a mainstream celebrity, possibly ever. Anyway, little side tangent. Manscaped.com. Use code Korn.
Bakersfield. Bakersfield people are fucking weird, man.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know from experience. Yeah.
So I've heard. Shout out to I don't know if he listens to the podcast, but shout out to AJ Eddie on Twitch. He is from Bakersfield, and yeah. He's told some stories about Bakersfield weirdness in the old Twitch chat before. So we'll see if he confirms that as well. Our first question comes from Cynical Blues. Teams/stadiums that you couldn't be paid to go watch/visit. Is there a specific stadium, a specific team where you would never go to their home arena?
Vegas.
I knew that was, you don't want to see the medieval times act before puck drop?
No.
Cheer for the Blue Knight?
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna go with the Oakland Athletics because I don't want to share a seat with a rat, nor do I want to step through sewage water on the way to my seat.
Yeah, that's fair. I've been to that stadium quite a few times back in the day. I saw a Raiders game there once, tons of A's games. Didn't always used to be horrible. And then again, the A's didn't always used to be horrible either.
Dude, so again, I keep going on these little side tangents, but it's relevant. Someone on the MLB subreddit, the baseball subreddit, shared a video of an A's game, the last playoff game they had in 2017, and that place was packed, 50,000 people.
Yes, there are fans. Everyone wants to shit on the A's just like they shit on Arizona. It's just the same thing. It's because we're not in likely on the East Coast, because the fucking Nationals were all their fans were not showing up and everyone's doing the same thing for Buffalo. They're sending a message to ownership. A's have the biggest message to send to ownership, and everyone just shits on it they don't have fans. It's we do. Look. But yeah, we can't get excited about anything because after 3 years, that player is going to be gone if he's good. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Matt Chapman, I miss you.
Endo, you got an answer for this one?
No, I don't.
Cool. Our next question comes from Catcher. Thoughts on the Niagara Ice Dogs and their latest punishments handed down by the OHL?
Fucking law.
This was, in terms of oofs in sports, fuck's sake, was this an oof? So the story is the OHL's Niagara Ice Dogs, who were by far and away the worst team in the league this year. Whether or not that's relevant, who's to say? But it seems worth shitting on their ownership. This comes from a friend of the show, Stephen Ellis, on dailyfaceoff.com. The Ontario Hockey League has announced the Niagara Ice Dogs have been sanctioned for violating, quote, league policies, including the maltreatment, bullying, and harassment protection and prevention policy and our code of conduct. In a leak statement, the OHL said it retained a third-party investigator to investigate the claims. According to the league, approximately 15 former players, coaches, and other team officials were interviewed over several months. The OHL did not elaborate on the specifics of the investigation or the incidents that took place, but the league levied some extensive sanctions against the team, including a $100,000 fine, the loss of the team's first-round pick in the 2024 OHL draft. GM Darren de Dobelaere has been suspended as GM until June 1st, 2025. Goaltender Joshua Rosenzweig and defenseman Landon Cato have been banned from playing in the OHL. It is worth noting they are both 20 years old anyway and would not be there much longer. But it is worth noting, if you are violating league policies against maltreatment, bullying, and harassment, it's interesting that a 20-year-old goalie who has a 5-21-4 record is one of the people apparently leading the charge. Apparently, as shit of a person as you are on the ice. Good riddance, sir. Have fun learning Chinese. The OHL, I mean, good on them for dropping the hammer on this shit. I mean, again, in the aftermath, especially of the Kyle Beach stuff, these stories were out there in terms of the fucking nightmare scenarios of junior hockey in the past. Theo Fleury, say what you want about him now. A guy didn't deserve to go through what he went through as a kid. But the stories have continued to come out, especially in the aftermath of the Kyle Beach story, where you have seen numerous players mention the shit that they went through. And it's not just players from the 70s, 80s. No, this has been recent in the last 5-10 years or so that you have players sharing these stories. And it's good to see the OHL fucking putting their foot down on this and trying to, make that statement that it's unacceptable. And yeah, hopefully other leagues are doing their best to follow suit on this front. I mean, San Endo, I don't know if you guys have differing opinions on this. I can't imagine you do. I mean, obviously this is just viewed as like, hey, this is a fucking positive.
Yeah, no, it's good. I saw that they're banned. I couldn't find any information on what they're banned on. So this is the first I'm hearing about it, but I guess they're not even there's not too many specifics out there anyway, even after the investigation. So
yeah. So I think it's it might be protected under the Youth Offenders Act. So I believe under a certain age in Ontario, you basically have the right to not tell people what exactly happened, but you can charge them for something. So that's
they're
something
20 right now, so they must have been younger when it all happened, or what?
Probably.
Or is it okay? I don't know how much that.
When it happened, it's super weird. I haven't really looked into that part that much. That could be the reason why, or they just want to keep it anonymous. Like there was another thing that happened I think it was in the WHL with a certain team, and they had a situation happen, and then they didn't reveal any of the stuff. They said it was solved internally, and everyone's like, "Oh, what the hell was it?" And
that was with the Seattle Thunderbirds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was with them, and I don't think it was the Thunderbirds. I think it was. I'm not sure it was Thunder.
At least the incident I'm thinking of was with the Thunderbirds, because one of the players, who I will not name, went to the AJHL for a season and then was brought back to the W with the Red Deer Rebels. So that's
shit. Okay.
Yep. So
so there's that, and then there's another one. Just the fact that there's more than one situation that this could fall under is a problem in itself. I'm looking at Landon Cato and what's his name, Josh Rosenweig, and those guys. Oof. They look like they're douchebags.
Highlight of their sports playing career will be bullying younger people because they're going nowhere.
You're the captain. You played 21 games. You had 3 points. I mean, I can't talk shit. I can talk shit, but I didn't play in the O at all. But yikes. I know Niagara was really throwing everything under so they could rebuild and then be like, oh, look at all these prospects that we have and all these picks that we have. Let's go host the Memorial Cup. I wonder why I didn't get the Memorial Cup this year or for the next year and the years after that. This is probably one of the reasons why. I saw someone on Twitter, I think it was No Sleeves, say that, they raised up season ticket prices because of this, apparently, which is, that's one way for them to pay off the rest of this cost. But at the same time, I hate when like teams get fined and they're like, oh, we're gonna make the fans pay more money. It's like they should just. I mean, in a rightful world, it should just be on the actual like staff itself, not just
capitalism.
Making the fans money.
Yeah. Socialize the losses. Privatize the gains. That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
We have fun here in North America. From Pens fan, this will be for me. Thoughts on AEW's pre-sale already beating out WCW's paid record crowd. So basically, AEW announced that they are going to be hosting an event this summer in the UK. It'll be their first trip over there, and they didn't just go for a big venue. They went for the biggest with Wembley Stadium, and through the pre-sale, which I got to be honest, the idea of pre-sales with tickets are fucking stupid to me. Yep. Because everyone just learns what the code is anyway. Like there's nothing really exclusive about it. But to that point, through their pre-sale period, they sold over 50,000 tickets. And are now up over 60,000 after tickets went on general sale.
That's a lot.
Yesterday. Yeah, for a non-WWE wrestling company, it is going to be one of the largest attendances of all time. There are other examples, like back in the fucking 1920s, 1930s, where shit was crazy. But
U.S. versus North Korea,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 200,000 in a fucking. It was like 500,000 in the stadium, and then just watching Hulk Hogan try to beat up whatever the fuck. It was super awkward. No one was cheering.
That's the whole to do. Yeah, when New Japan Pro Wrestling and WCW put on a joint show in North Korea, and it's like, hey, everyone in the country's here. I wonder why. Let's all go to the thing by our own choice. Anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it's cool. You're not wrong. For modern times, though, yeah. I mean, it's going to be the largest non-WWE crowd in a very, very, very long time, which is very, very cool. Just avoid anything in regards to Twitter and wrestling, quote unquote, discourse, because holy shit, people are toxic fanboys and it's the worst. But no, that event's going to be cool as hell, and I can't wait to watch that. Our final question comes from Craze. Who is a, air quotes, legend on your favorite team that you like / remember? And when I say legend, I mean it in the way that Corwin from Bar Down calls random players who played 10 games for the Leafs legends. In fairness, a lot of people did the same thing, myself included, when I'm going through old rosters and I'm like, oh, P.A. Parento, Leafs legend. It's a fun thing to do. His personal favorite from his team, the Hurricanes, is Anson Carter, who played his final 10 games in the NHL as a Hurricane in 2006, 2007. So essentially, your most obscure... I think we've had this question before, but it's okay. Your most obscure San Jose Shark.
Ed Belfour, Sharks legend.
When the hell did that happen?
In like the late 90s. We picked him up. He played like maybe half a year. You can look it up. Yeah, Ed Belfour was a Shark.
Yeah, 96, 97. Do you know how many games he played?
Probably 15.
13. You were close. And then he went to Dallas and then Toronto and Florida in his career. Damn.
Yeah, Ed Belfour, baby.
You have 17,000 bajillion people that could be used for this, because that's the Leafs.
Might have
really, I mean, especially over the past decade.
Might have to go with Ryan O'Reilly the way this is looking. I don't know if he's gonna stay, man. Fuck.
Oh man, reminds me of this tweet that someone put out, and they're like, "Wow, like the Leafs have gone through so many goalies over like a 19-year span." I'm like, yeah, the average team goes through 3 goalies a year. Like, what do you expect's gonna happen? Like, it's very rare that a team keeps 2 standard goalies for more than 3 years. It's usually one guy who stays, and the other 2 like keep going back and forth from the minors in the major league or whatever. And I think the tweet had like 15 like goalies who never even played a single game for the Leafs, but only like, oh, we had them on 2-way deals. Like, oh, they could have made the jump. It's like, okay, cool. Like,
yeah, I think you ranted about this last podcast.
Did I? No, I read about it on Twitter. Like, it's stupid.
I want somebody to go back and find the last time we probably talked about this and see if our answers are all the same.
Yeah,
probably are.
I'm trying to think. Didn't fucking Ken Dryden play for the Leafs?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Ken
Leafs legend.
Leafs legend. Ken Dry. He didn't actually. He only played for Montreal. I just wanted to bury you.
God damn it. Who the fuck played for the Leafs for like a quick minute and said like fuck it after?
A lot of people, because who the hell wanted to play there?
Tyson
while you
Nash.
think
Tyson Nash for being completely fucking toxic about never playing for the Leafs.
Sure,
and then getting mad that the Leafs move on. Oh my god. Let's go.
For me as a Bruins fan,
what a fucking douchebag with that handlebar mustache, brother.
God.
Go paint on a fucking sorry.
Welcome to Endo's chirping class, everybody.
Go paint on a fucking trailer on the side with a giant N, brother. Come on. Shut up.
Well, for Endo's sake as a Bruin, I'll throw out Felix Potvin, which is a good one. Rick Nash probably spent too much time in Boston, but it's still fucking weird to me that Rick Nash was a Bruin. It's still very weird to me that Simone Gagne was a Bruin.
Damn.
For anyone who watched that 2K10 Flyers run, you will know my love for Simone Gagne as a player. My answer is Jaromir Jagr was a Boston Bruin and went to a Stanley Cup final with them. Jaromir Jagr, Bruins legend.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was. It was 10 years ago when they went to the Cup final against Chicago.
Wow.
And one of I can't say it's the worst, but one of the worst things about Chicago team ownership, as I just witnessed one hell of a glitch. Spoiler alert, I'm playing MLB in the background, and I just watched the right fielder run through the outfield wall, so I hit an inside the park home run.
Nice.
That'll be up on Twitter, everybody. I was very distracted. Thank you all for the questions. We appreciate the hell out of you. Let's move on. 2 quick general topics before talking about the playoffs. Want to mention first and foremost the first batch of award finalists that the NHL have named. And look, the conversation surrounding this stuff is always, oh, well, this guy was, look, every award, it's this guy could have been there, this guy could have been there, whatever. We're just going to talk about the 3 that were there. For the Selke Award finalists, New Jersey's Nico Hischier, Toronto's Mitch Marner, and for the 12th straight time, the man who this award will be named after, Patrice Bergeron. Give it to him. You know you want to. You know you want to. This is Patrice Bergeron's award. Side tangent. I'm sorry, but there's... why is it named after Frank J. Selke? Why?
He was number 1.
As a GM.
Oh, fuck, never mind.
In 1978, that's when the Selke Trophy became a thing. Frank J. Selke never played an NHL game, but he was a 9-time Stanley Cup champion as a front office member, winning 3 with the Leafs between 32 and 45, and then 3 more with the, or actually, Jesus, a lot more with the Habs, 1 in 53, and then between 56 and 60. He was a part of all of those options. The GM of the Year award should be the Selke Trophy, not the defensive forward. So name it after Patrice Bergeron. Eventually, once he retires, please God, don't let it be this year. Anyway, Patrice Bergeron's going to win this award, as he should. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Any disagreements?
I don't know. Not really.
Yeah.
Marner's pretty damn good, but he doesn't really take face-offs, so I think face-offs are a big part of the award.
Oh yeah, people hate giving this to wingers. I mean, that's why Mark Stone somehow does not have a Selke Trophy in his career, as stupid as that is. So, The Calder Trophy finalists are Edmonton's Stuart Skinner, Owen Power in Buffalo, and the eventual winner of this award, Seattle's Matty Beniers. Sure.
Yeah,
And
who
the
also
Norris
should be
Trophy.
nominated for the Lady Bing. It's kind of weird that he isn't.
Wait, what? I missed
He
that.
should. Beniers should also be nominated for the Lady Bing, and it's kind of weird that he isn't.
Did they announce those awards?
Mm-hmm.
The nominees for that?
Yeah, he's got 80 games played and 1 minor penalty. And there's people up there
One minor
nominated
penalty
who have like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I missed this. It was
Jesus.
Jack Hughes, Kopitar, and Braden Point for the Bing finalists.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Matty Beniers, 80 games played, 1 minor penalty.
Well, there you go. The Norris Trophy finalists, Adam Fox. I was waiting for that. Cale Makar, and the eventual winner, Eric Sharkelson.
You're damn right.
It's got to be.
It's Carlson's. I don't care. Especially with what I saw from Fox in the playoffs, man. I don't know where this narrative comes from that he's such a good defensive player. That man is lost in his own zone. It is hilarious.
I don't know. Did you catch any flack from that from the last show? If not,
I don't know. No, I mean I got one of my. I have a couple people of my more active members and subscribers on YouTube who are big Rangers fans, and I'm like, look at this shit. How are you going to tell me that's a good defensive play? He turns the puck over in his zone and then overcommits on the boards, gets beat like he stole something, and they score. Just a horrible. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no. Adam Fox, overrated. Take away his franchise tag in NHL. What the fuck?
The other thing to mention, the Calgary Flames, there was a report out from Frank Saravalli that multiple players have rescinded their trade demands after the departure of Daryl Sutter.
I wonder why.
Yeah, so this was followed up on Reddit. Apparently, there is essentially a Rate My Teacher style site where former coaches, agents can rate players and vice versa. Players can rate their former coaches and give their thoughts on them. It is all anonymous, but everyone that goes through there is verified. Quote, once verified, players and coaches have the ability to anonymously leave ratings and reviews. Players can only do it for past and current coaches, so on and so forth. The main response to this was, my God, if there was ever a data leak. And I completely agree. Oh, please let this happen. I did not know I needed this in my life, but could you imagine? And the one specific review that was brought to people's attention was from 2021. Someone mentioning about Daryl Sutter that he was like the most negative person they've ever met in their life, who once refused to let the team eat on the plane ride home because they lost.
Yikes.
So,
nice.
Daryl Sutter.
Nice. That's great. Didn't we like recently have a play? I'm not even gonna get into that. Jeez.
So hey, fun stuff in the world of hockey outside of the playoffs, but even more fun stuff in the world of playoff hockey because the Florida Panthers have a 2-0 series lead on the Toronto Maple Leafs, winning Game 1 4-2. It's a 3-point night for Matthew Tkachuk. Now you know how it feels, Leafs fans. Jesus fuck. And 34 of 36 stopped for Sergei Bobrovsky. The only real highlight for the Leafs after Samsonov gave up 4 goals on 28 shots, stopping 24 of 28. Matthew Knies scored his first NHL goal. We'll talk more about him in a second.
Very nice.
The Panthers won Game 2 3-2 last night. 35 of 37 stopped for Bobrovsky, 26 of 29 for Samsonov. This becoming the first 5-game winning streak in Florida Panthers playoff history. Matthew Tkachuk, through 2 games played, has 4 points and now has as many points in 8.5 playoff games with the Panthers as he had in 27 playoff games with Calgary. Sasha Barkov, 3 points in the series so far. Sergei Bobrovsky rocking a .945 save percentage through 2 games played, Ilya Samsonov with an 877. Now, before we get to the biggest talking point, the Florida Panthers, again, they are building themselves up into this underdog role. That charge certainly being led by Matthew Tkachuk. They are performing this year as everyone thought they would last year as President's Trophy winners, and doing one hell of a job. And I will say, to certain Leafs fans, not so funny now that it's happening to you, is it? This fucking sneaky buzzsaw of a team that finally got their shit together, that's ruining your hopes and dreams. Not so funny now, is it?
We want Florida. Clap, 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 clap.
We also said Boston.
That is true. The other group is chanting, we want Boston, and they might have been correct to have wanted that. Panthers are killing it right now. They are absolutely killing it. The Leafs are in a hell of a lot of trouble. For the Leafs, do you trust Ilya Samsonov? An 877 in the playoffs so far? Like, can you possibly turn to Joseph Woll in game 3 or 4? Because it's not as if Samsonov was setting the world on fire in that first series either. To that point, so far in this postseason, he has, and if I wasn't mistaken, it was about a 900 save percentage in that first series. He has an 895 in 8 playoff games so far.
I think he had like a 907 in that first series or something like that. It's not great. Maybe a 902. I just know it's not great.
I don't know if you can throw it over to Joseph Woll or Matt Murray. I know that wouldn't exactly instill confidence, but, he's being outdueled by Sergei Bobrovsky. And I know that Bobrovsky has the legacy on his side. He has a bit of history to prove that, hey, he's been able to do this before, but you're getting outdueled by 2023 Sergei Bobrovsky. Yeah. Concerning.
And also the Leafs' top players are, quite frankly, in that game, they played terribly. Matthews and Marner are directly responsible for why they lost that game. They made the softest play at their own blue line. Like the stupidest play. And that turnover was the death knell in that game.
I can't disagree. I certainly can't. The biggest talking point, though,
but Leafs fans, you won on the deserve to win a meter. That's all that matters, right?
I fucking hate that. You don't fucking deserve fuck all in life. You either win a game or you don't. You play, you're gonna win the game or not.
Yeah, that's why the Leafs are out of the first round. They didn't deserve to win all 3 of the games, arguably, that they played in Tampa, but they did.
That's the other big thing, right? Is they played pretty fucking terribly against the Lightning, but managed to kind of overcome that. Whereas they're not getting away with that against the Panthers so far.
Nope, because you can't. Like, you just can't do that and like consistently. You can't keep trying to come from behind and stuff. And again, like, everyone knows what the Panthers are going to do. They're going to forecheck. They're going to make you pay for their mistakes. And so you have to try to limit your mistakes. Flip the puck out if you're in doubt. But yeah.
The biggest talking point out of this game, though, is one Sam Bennett. There was one incident that a lot of people viewed as kind of bad enough, where he cross-checked Michael Bunting, and then once he realized he was getting a penalty, he went full Goofy meme and did it again. No extra punishment.
I mean,
playoffs.
Why not? Yeah, the refs aren't going to call it. Players are just going to do it.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid as that is, but yes, that's correct. And then I have seen it described as a body slam. I have seen it described as a rock bottom. He throws Matthew Knies to the ice, who is confirmed now to have a concussion, and at the very least will miss the next 2 games in Florida. Sheldon Keefe stating that he is unlikely to return in the series at all.
Yeah, especially if Yeah, especially if he's confirmed after 2 games.
Yeah. Well, so that was very mean. It was very mean. True,
It is.
but
It's true. I mean,
mean.
yeah, they're only guaranteed 4 games, so
Yeah. So the biggest issue, right, is people are just like, well, what's this going to be from George Parros in the Department of Player Safety? It can't possibly
spin the
be.
wheel.
It can't possibly be as lenient as we're afraid it might be. And then it was, as it was announced today, that he has been fined $5,000, the maximum allowable under the CBA.
Say the
Reminder,
word,
if I'm not mistaken, of course, Sam Bennett had his moments in round 1 as well. If I'm not mistaken, he was the one that indeed speared Garnet Hathaway in the groin when he was already down on the ice with other people shoving his face into the ice. It's really good to see them trying to snuff out this shit behavior. It's good. It's good. You really want to keep people in line and teach them a lesson. Don't let them get out of control. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, this is why marketing sucks for hockey, because they want to elevate these guys instead of elevating the superstars.
Yeah, I mean, so the bottom line, there's just no fucking defense of this. No. It's not a surprise, and that's the problem. But there is no defense of this whatsoever. This is trash garbage in all the ways that you would expect it to be. Trash garbage. This is typical George Parros-led Department of Player Safety, completely dropping the ball. And look, there will be a lot of people out there trolling Leafs fans saying, oh, you're acting, that's the only reason you're losing. I don't think there's any logical Leafs fan that's like, yeah, we're only losing because Sam Bennett wasn't suspended here. No one's actually saying that. But they have a legitimate gripe now moving forward with the rest of this series because Sam Bennett, how do you not at least give him a game? How did Jordan Eberle not get a game for ending Andrew Cogliano's season? And it's not even off of like, oh, well, you can't penalize for that. It's a bad play regardless. Like, you're not basing it on the outcome. It's just a suspension-worthy play regardless. But again, nobody's surprised because this is what it has been for years now. And I commend George Parros for being able to hold down a job that you are so incredibly incompetent at and so incredibly unsuited for 6 years now.
It's gotta have
I don't know the dirt that you have on other people, my man, but congratulations. You're fucking crushing it right now.
It's probably just like, I got all these. I don't know. Like, that's really what it's coming down to. Like, that's got to be the only explanation. Is that like, hey, you don't allow me to keep this job. I go public about these fucking injuries that I have because of your league and not taking concussions seriously.
At this point, what else can it be? Because I have failed to see a single person over the past 6 years be like, yeah, that George Parros, he's really doing a good job with this. That doesn't exist. And unfortunately, now you have another victim of this in the form of Matthew Knies.
Rookie, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's great for somebody less than 20 games into their NHL career to suffer their first concussion and have the person that deserved to be suspended for it only get a fine. By the way, I said 20. He's played 10 career NHL games between the regular season and the playoffs.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, same league that won't acknowledge head-to-head contact being a thing of, post concussion syndrome and all that stuff. So it's not surprising to me in the slightest.
Same league that allows Jacob Trouba to hit Timo Meier and have people say, oh, it's technically clean. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Unserious league.
I got nothing. I just got nothing for this at this point. I again, like, there's there will be people who sit here and just be like, use this as an excuse, like clown on Leafs fans, like, oh, this is the excuse you're using. No, Leafs fans have a legitimate gripe here. This is bullshit. And unfortunately, it's just a part of supporting this league because can't imagine George Parros is going anywhere because he's already still here. Is insane. I don't know. We could go on about this all day.
Yeah, I saw apparently something on Twitter where a guy was sitting next to George Parros during a press conference during that game, and he was just on Twitter the entire time.
Yeah, that was from Cam Sharon on Twitter, who spent almost a decade as an NHL front office member with the Leafs, no less.
He's probably the guy. He's probably has burners, and he's probably that guy on every play going like clean. That was clean.
100%.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Jesus.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind, he is 100% posing as a Twitter bot with alt accounts. No doubt in my mind. He seems like he'd be the type. I mean, what else is he doing? It's not like he's doing his job. So what else is he doing? Anyway, my God. Let's move on. Seattle and Dallas, 2 games in. It's a 1-1 split. The Kraken took game 1, 5-4 in overtime. They scored 3 goals in a 52-second span, which led them to scoring as many goals on Jake Ottinger in a 15-minute first period as the Wild did in their last 3 games of the series. So, Minnesota, you blew it. Somehow, this was only the 6th fastest time in terms of goals scored. The record is 1979. This might be playoff games, by the way, but 1979, the Toronto Maple Leafs scored 3 goals in 23 seconds against the Atlanta Flames, winning the game 7-4.
Was one of those an empty netter? Seems like it would be. It almost seems like one of those would be an empty netter with that score line, but I could be wrong.
I have the page up here. I can confirm that. By the way, records.nhl.com is where this information came from. Ooh. And what a beautiful, beautiful site. Unbelievable. Yep. Just a great resource that's out there. One of those goals was not an empty netter. There were 2 goals scored in the 3rd period of that game, and both were for Atlanta. So shout out to the Atlanta Flames. 2015, the Anaheim Ducks scored 3 goals in 37 seconds, but lost to Chicago 5-4 in overtime because lol Ducks. 1986, 38 seconds. The Rangers scored their 3. They beat the Flyers 5-2. The 2001 Avalanche did the same thing, 38 seconds. And then 1919, in 40 seconds, Montreal scored 3 goals on Ottawa, winning that game 8-4. So,
damn.
Yeah. I mean, again, 3 goals in 23 seconds. I can't imagine that will ever be topped.
No, there's no way.
How'd that happen in the first place?
Like, that's some Eashel last-minute real-time shit. Like, how does that even happen?
Right. In that first game, Grubauer stopping just 31 of 35, but it was enough for the win. It was a 3-goal night for Joe Pavelski. Or, excuse me, a 4. I mistyped there. I was going to say because the next point mentioned 4. But yeah, 4-point night, 4-goal night. Joe Pavelski at 38 years old, 295 days as well. He became the oldest player in NHL history with a 4-goal game, regular season or playoffs. And jumping ahead, would also score a goal in game 2 that puts him on 5 goals in 2 games, and now with 69 career playoff goals.
Nice.
Very nice. Max Domi, noted Bruins legend. Fucking wish. 3 assists in that first game for Dallas. Ottinger stopping 39 of 44 in the loss. But the Stars would bounce back in game 2. They won it 4-2. Ottinger stopping 25 of 27. Grubauer 33 of 37. So a bit of a rougher game there for Grubauer. By the way, Max Domi also had another assist that game, so he has 4 so far in that series. But neither goaltender really doing all that well for the first 2 games of the series. You have Ottinger on a 901, Grubauer on an 889. And now it's just kind of sitting there waiting to see, like, okay, who's the one that's going to bounce back here, if at all, to really kind of take over the series. You'd be more willing to back Ottinger to do it, but still a long way to go. And again, a 1-1 split, series heads to Seattle. Did either of you catch any of these two games?
Yeah, like I said, I was catching the first one, and Pavelski got 2 goals. They were up 2-1. I was like, oh, that's cool. I went to the bathroom, got a drink. I came back, and Seattle was winning. I was like, what the hell happened? And then they scored again immediately as I sat back down. Like, that was how I experienced those 3 goals in 52 seconds. It was just sheer shock.
I feel like your story isn't a personal one, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people probably experience it that way, where you just walk into the room for a brief moment and it's like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
So, interesting start to that series. Carolina up 1-0 on New Jersey. Would you believe the Devils lost a game 5-1 to kick off a series?
No.
Just 18 shots on Frederik Andersen, who got the crease again, stopping 17 of 18. Devils, interesting spot. Akira Schmidt was pulled in this game after stopping just 8 of 11. Vanacek came in, stopping 10 of 11. I would like to think they go back to Akira for game 2, but you never know. You could galaxy brain it like Minnesota by putting in Marc-Andre Fleury. So who knows? Maybe Vanacek comes back in. Maybe that's their play. But not a great tendency for the Devils to trail or to lose that first game 5-1. Not a great way to go about things. And that final series, the Vegas Golden Knights win game 1 6-4 over Edmonton, handing the Oilers their first regulation loss since March 11th, a span of 22 games. Was a 2-goal night for deadline pickup Ivan Barbashev. Brossois, 23 of 27 stopped. Both Joe Pavelski and Leon Draisaitl score 4 goals in a game, and their team loses. Lowell Oilers intercepting need of 33. Not a great start for Edmonton when you're having to kind of question still their defense, their goaltending. Giving up 6 to Vegas, not the way you want to kick off a series, but
nope.
There they are.
Outscore your problems. That's all it is. All that you need to do in the playoffs. It's worked before. It'll work again.
It's the 80s once more.
Yeah.
But then again, with some of these goalie save percentages, it almost is.
Yep.
One positive thing for Vegas, by the way, they announced a partnership with a new company that will air all locally broadcasted Golden Knights games for free to residents of Nevada and the team's TV territory, which includes Idaho, Montana, Utah, Wyoming, starting in 23-24. Hopefully, more teams take this approach because, hey, growing the game is a good thing. So the one positive from the Vegas Golden Knights that even Sin can be like, yeah, that's nice. And I think that's about as far as he'll go with it, but still.
Good for them.
Nice. There you go.
They've got to do it since the hype died down.
There you go. Sin will always find a way.
They're going to have to make another big trade soon to keep people interested.
Okay. Yeah, this
Mickey
company
Mouse
that they signed with. Yeah.
What if we're wrong? What if it's not Austin Matthews to Arizona, but it's Austin Matthews to Vegas?
Jesus Christ. Please, God, no.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking up this company to make sure like what was going on and like all their stuff is. Excuse me, to see if this deal would actually go through because, you know, what was it? Bally Sports like defaulted on their money or something like that. So these guys are have a revenue of like 2.28 billion. So I guess they can just kind of give out free broadcasts for the local area with Vegas. Guess I'm using a VPN to watch free Vegas hockey if you ever want to, you know.
There you go. Now, I'll leave it up to you guys. We can end the show here, or I had one safety topic on hand in case we wanted to extend the show a little bit, and we do have time. We can either end the show here, or are you interested in a quiz?
Yes, quiz.
Yeah,
okay.
quiz.
So I have seen this graphic passed around quite a bit. It is updated. The all-time playoff points leaders by franchise. You are allowed to work together on this one. There will be some obvious ones. There will be some frustrating ones. Let's go with the all-time. I mean, Edmonton. Who do you think is their playoff all-time point leader?
Obviously, Marty McSorley. Wayne Gretzky.
It is Wayne Gretzky, who leads, of course, all-time playoff scoring with 252 points. Who is the all-time franchise leader in playoff points for the Pittsburgh Penguins?
Sidney Crosby.
I'm going to go with Mario Lemieux, but it might be Yager.
It is Crosby. 201 points.
Huh.
It is Sidney Crosby.
Because he got like 25 points in like the finals like 2 years in a row or some shit. It was ridiculous. He shows up in the finals and is just kind of like, I don't want to say he's coasting throughout the year because he puts up like 80, 90 points. But like, yeah.
It is the way that Sidney Crosby does things. The Colorado Avalanche.
This is going to be tough. Because I want to say certain people, but then they weren't there too long.
188 points.
Who's that Forsberg guy?
Nope.
That's what I want to say, but he wasn't there for that long, considering when they moved.
And he couldn't stay healthy either.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even play in that Game 7 when they won the Cup in 01.
No.
He was in the press box. He was hurt.
Shit, man. It's going to have to be Sakic, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. Detroit.
Oh, man. Playoffs. Well, Datsuk was there for the streak. But they also have a long-ass history of being in a regional 16.
They do.
Stevie Y.
It is Steve Yzerman.
Yeah.
85 points. Montreal.
Fuck this. I'm not even going to do it.
Fucking Guy Gabernot.
Jean-Claude Zevalier. I don't fucking know. Some French-ass guy.
Jacques Claude.
Maurice Richard.
Endo, you got a guess?
Tabarnak Alice. I don't know, fucking man. Like, whatever. Henri Richard.
Good guesses, but Jean Beliveau.
Yeah, I don't care.
The New York Islanders.
The Islander.
Zygmunt
Mike Bossy.
No, just kidding. Yeah, it has to be Bossy, right?
It was a member of the four-peat, but Brian Trottier at 168 points.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a tough one, I feel like, if you're not an Islanders fan. Brian Trottier's name isn't brought up a ton,
and there's not a lot of Islanders fans.
Compared to what he deserves. The Boston Bruins.
Phil Esposito.
Bobby Orr.
It is our first defenseman on the list.
Bobby Orr.
Keep in mind, we're in the top 7. Raymond Bourque.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or as your house still likes to call him, Jesus.
Right.
Well, see, the thing was, during his tenure, the Bruins made the playoffs all the time. They just couldn't fucking win anything.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That was the issue. As Endo can confirm based off of the video that we're making. The Tampa Bay Lightning.
This is tough.
Steven Stamkos.
Sin?
Yeah, that's got to be my guess, because even when they won the Cup, it wasn't like they're tearing it up in the playoffs every year.
It is an active player, but it's not Stammer. It is Nikita Kucherov.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
I was surprised.
Stamkos was like injured for a whole playoffs. Yeah.
I was surprised, though, to see Kucherov up there, because it doesn't feel like he's been what we know as Nikita Kucherov for that long, but also he has been.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Ugh.
Do you hate him?
No.
No hints.
Okay.
This is a tough one. I wouldn't expect you guys to get this because it's a name of the past.
Yeah.
Some old fuck.
Correct. Stan Mikita.
Okay.
The Dallas Stars.
Mike Modano.
No,
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was gonna say Hole. Oh yeah, but Hole was
45
barely
points.
with them. Never mind.
The Washington Capitals.
Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Devils.
Martin Brodeur. Fucking I don't know, man.
They didn't fucking score. It was just Martin Brodeur out there stopping everything. And the trap. That's my answer. The trap. Okay,
yeah.
Devils. All-time leading playoff. I think I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say Patrick Elias.
Correct.
Yes. Go.
Ding. Well done. Endo, the San Jose Sharks.
You better not get this wrong. It's so fucking obvious.
I'm on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's that catch us on the tip
Sin
of my tongue?
Leafs legend.
Yeah. Patrick Marleau.
Oh, it's fucking
There you
Jumbo
go.
Joe.
No! Come on.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck about your fucking C fucking.
You should. He was with the Sharks his whole goddamn career. Of course, it's gonna be Marleau.
I'm glad I could bring it back to Leafs legend Patty Marleau.
Forgot about that guy.
The Anaheim Ducks.
Trevor Zeke. No, I'm joking.
Anaheim
Soon.
Ducks. I mean, Getzlaf.
Corey. No, what?
It is Ryan Getzlaf.
Oh, Getzlaf. I don't know why I said Corey Perry.
Philadelphia.
Gross.
Correct. Another older player.
Yeah, I know. I figured it's gonna be one of those Broad Street bully assholes, isn't
Correct.
it? And I don't remember any of their names.
Endo, you got a guess there?
I got nothing. Angry
Bobby
white
Clark.
guy. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
First
white
name,
guy.
last name. Bobby Clark. The St. Louis Blues.
Okay, that one has to be. Oh wait, no. No. Yeah, that one does have to be Brett Hull, does it?
Correct.
Yeah. Nipple man.
Well done.
Nipple man. I forgot his name. I was like, Nipple man.
Blues.
Yeah.
Drunk
Good
off
God.
his ass.
Oh my god.
The Buffalo Sabres. Another, think again, it's 80s-ish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect you guys to get this.
They haven't even been a consistent playoff team in the last 2 decades.
That's the issue.
This sucks because I don't even know players on their team from the 80s.
Yeah.
Let
Gilbert
me-
Perreault.
Yeah, no
Fuck
idea
that.
who that is.
The Calgary Flames.
What is it, by the way? Is it like 50 points? Is that their franchise record in the
103.
playoffs?
These are listed in order
Okay.
by most points for the team. So, like, obviously,
Gotcha.
Gretzky at 252, Perreault is at 103, and we still have quite a few teams to go. Calgary with 102 career playoff points.
Jerome Iginla.
Sin, you got a guess?
Yeah. I feel like that's too obvious, but it probably is. Trying to
It
think
is
of who else
our
they have.
second defenseman on the list.
Huh. Okay, so is it Gio?
Mm-mm.
No, because he only was in the first fucking round. No. Hold
Yep.
on. Trying to think back to those teams that the Sharks played. Who the fuck was on the point?
Think 80s and 90s.
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
80s and
Al
90s.
McInnes.
Gross. Oh my god, yeah.
Al McInnes.
I always remember him as a
Albert.
blue because that's when he kicked the shit out of the Sharks with Pronger all the time.
The Ottawa Senators.
Ugh.
This is one way to say his name, too.
Alex Dag. No, I'm joking.
Who-
Snipe and Score is going to be so upset.
Oh, fucking Eric Carlson.
No.
No.
No. Oh. Mid.
Is it
Former
Spets?
captain.
Alfredson.
Who?
Alfredson.
Alfie!
Thank you, Sid.
Alfredson.
The Vancouver Canucks. With 2 points. No.
Shit. Daniel
He was
Sedin.
okay. Come on now.
Daniel Sedin.
It's one of the Sedins.
It is neither Sedin.
Ah, shit. What's his name? He was Russian. Pavel Bure?
Nope.
Yeah.
New York Islanders legend. It's my hint.
Again, no one cares.
Yeah.
New York Islanders legend.
I'll just give it to you. Trevor Linden.
Huh. Would not have
Huh.
guessed that. My next guess was going to be like fucking Marcus Naslund or something.
All right, here's a fun one. The Los Angeles Kings.
Ooh.
Isn't like Marion Gaborik their all-time leading scorer?
No, it's got to be... Anze Kopitar, right?
No.
Not Kopitar. Not Gabbard. Wayne Gretzky.
Richards.
Wayne Gretzky. Well done,
You know
Endo.
what? That makes sense. He was only there for like a fucking year, but he had like 100 points in one series.
Yeah, that's all you need. At that point, that's all you need. The New York Rangers.
Mark Messier.
No.
The Moose. The Moose. He refuses interviews with Bardown.
Tim Graves.
Another defenseman. Who'd have thought?
Oh, okay. Shut up. Davos just got a Super Mario Strikers jersey. I'm super fucking jealous. What the fuck?
Correct. The answer's Brian Leach.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Sin. Toronto.
Leading playoff score? God damn.
Yep.
How far back do I got to go?
90s.
Oh, Matt Sundin.
No, the other one.
There's no other one. That's the only Leaf who matters in the 90s.
Endo?
Borg Salming.
No.
No.
How do you not know this, Endo? Be ashamed of yourself. Be
Dude,
ashamed of who you
I
are.
barely follow fucking the Leafs and or hockey in general. Oh, the truth comes
How
out.
is it not Sundin? Darcy Tucker. No.
No.
Wendell
Same team.
Clark.
Endo just
Like
lost.
90s? Shit. I don't know, man. I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even a thought yet, so.
93.
That doesn't help me at all.
Oh, Doug Gilmour.
There you go.
Oh.
All right, let's go through these last ones quick. The Vegas Golden Knights.
Marchessault.
No.
William
Fuck
Carlson.
off.
William Carlson.
Riley Smith.
God damn it.
What?
That was my second
Yep.
guess. Yeah, that was my second
Now,
guess.
keep in mind, we still have 8 teams to go, and Vegas is already up that high for leading scorers.
It's kind of
Soda.
hilarious.
Carolina.
Lol,
Well,
how are they?
Yeah.
Brendan
Carolina's
Moore.
all-time leading scorer has 2 points less than Vegas.
Oh man, Eric Stahl.
Shockingly, no.
Jordan
Rod
Stahl.
Brendan Moore. Jesus.
Jared Stahl.
Jared Stahl. Mark Stahl. Yeah, I guess if not him, Brenda Moore.
Current player.
I did
Brad
say Jordan
fucking
Stahl. Didn't I?
Burns? What the fuck?
No.
Puts up like 60 points.
Is it Sebastian Aho?
It is.
Wow.
I can't believe
Wow.
points. Wow. That's how bad Carolina's been for the most
Yeah.
part.
They won a championship with that.
They did.
Jesus.
The Nashville Predators.
Roman Yossi.
Good guess, but no. Also
Mike.
still a current player.
Oh, damn.
Um,
I was going to
fucking-
say Mike Fisher. And then he said current player. I'm like,
out of retirement. 50
Uh,
years old,
current
Mike
player.
Fisher. Fuck. I think I know who this is, but I can't remember his name, so I don't know who it
Philip
is.
Forsberg?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Well
Let's
done.
there
go.
it is.
Let's go.
All right, get ready for fun ones. The Arizona Coyotes.
Rick no, wait. That's
Shane
Shane
Doan.
Doan. Yeah, that's what I don't know why I was going to say Rick
Nash.
Shane Doan.
So it's kind
Or
of
is it
cheating.
Jovo Cop? Is it Jovo Cop?
It is Dale Hawerchuk
Oh,
because
that's
Winnipeg
bullshit.
Jets.
Boo.
That doesn't count.
Apparently it does.
That's bullshit.
I agree. I want to know who it is for their actual tenure in the in the state of
That's
Arizona. But
bullshit. Yeah, come on. I don't agree.
the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, is this going to even count? Or
It's
is
not
it going to be
Thrasher.
the Atlanta Flames?
It's not. It's not the Thrashers. It's not the Flames. It's a current active Jet for 2 more weeks.
Yeah. Blake Wheeler.
Yes.
Wheel.
The Minnesota Wild.
Soda.
New York Islanders legend.
Milan Mikalik.
No. Current active player.
Oh, Parise, duh.
Yes. There you
Bobby Segretti.
go. We get to the final 3. The Florida Panthers.
Matthew Kachuk.
Close.
Oh,
It's
Aaron,
there.
Aaron Ekblad.
No.
It is their. I don't even know if he's the captain. Sasha Barkov.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Patrick Laine.
Sergei Fedorov. No, that has to be Rick Nash, right?
No.
Fucking hell.
Current active player, but not for the Blue Jackets.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Who
In
stays
fairness,
there
he
that long?
didn't play this year due to injury, so it'd be tough. Cam Atkinson.
Damn.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Cam Atkinson.
Yeah. Woo.
And then the Seattle Kraken.
Ooh,
Who's the current leading scorer?
Who's the...
Yeah, just
Who's got the most?
McCann's been injured. Fuck.
What's his name? Ty Cartier, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh right. Oh,
I
let
cannot
me
think of his name.
Jordan Eberle.
not Jordan Eberle.
I cannot think of his name, and it's gonna bug the fuck out of me.
Jared
Former Stanley Cup champion.
That's like half of them. What the fuck?
Shit.
His name's not Laurel.
Yanni Gord?
It is Yanni Gord.
Yanni Gord?
That's who I was thinking of, and I kept wanting to say.
I
God
said
damn it.
fucking Yanni, not Yanni.
You guys got most of them, though. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, we had this on standby for a little bit, and I saw today when I was putting together the sheet that it was updated, and I'm like, oh, cool. Well, let's just do it if we want to extend the show a little bit. And we did. You gentlemen did well, but that will bring this show to a close because I got things to do today. But we will be back next week to talk more hockey, Endo's second favorite sport at best.
Yeah, first
Sin,
one's eating.
what do you got going on?
Nothing.
Perfect. Endo, what do you have going on?
I'm
Editing.
gonna finish.
Anything else?
I'm gonna finish this non-descript and non. What the fuck was I trying to say? I don't know.
You don't know words.
Non,
Just
non-specific English muffin.
words. I have the best words.
I have the best English muffins. It tastes delicious. Is there? Oh, there's a fucking shell in here. Jesus. Ah.
Thank you for watching or listening to the Tougies Take podcast. We will see you all next week. George Parros, please find a new job, please. God, please. Oh, also in the AHL, there was a 3-game suspension for Hartford's Adam Clendenning for hitting Fabian Lysell. So the AHL knows how to suspend people in the playoffs. So that's neat.
Watch
Good night, everybody.
AHL games. You'll save your money. Live better, Walmart.